watching our podcast, Real Estate Insider, Where America Goes for Funding. Appreciate all of you guys tuning in and watching the show and the channel with Angelo Christian every Thursday. We do our live show, Talk with Angelo. So just kind of a chance to tune in, check in, see what's going on with the real estate market, credit, economy, the world, with lending and credit and real estate. So if you guys haven't seen us before, we're a nationwide mortgage company. We do both residential, commercial, private lending. We're based out of here in Houston, Texas, but we lend nationwide. We actually have offices and teams all over the country that work with us, and we do all different types of programs from SBA, FHA, VA, conventional, jumbo loans, private loans, hard money, lines of credit, business loans, down payment assistance, construction loans, development loans, multifamily, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. So all different types of products here to help you guys out. So appreciate all of you guys tuning in and watching the channel. If you guys have any questions, always feel free to hit us down below. And we do our talk show every Thursday, and then Monday through Friday we have 3 videos that we release as well. And we're just here helping people making loans, doing the best that we can to add value and capital to give people the funding that they need. So that's the biggest thing with our company is that we put forth the effort, we care, we try to do the best that we can. We're not perfect, we make mistakes, we're human, but we do definitely care and put forth the effort and try to do whatever we can to help solve your problem. And I think that um, that goes a long way. I think sadly in the world that there's a lot of companies that, if there's any issues or any hair on your deal, that they just don't care, or they're not going to put forth the effort to try to figure it out, regardless of the industry or the business that you're in. So you won't get that with us. You know, in most cases, it depends on what, obviously what your situation is. We can't help everybody. But if there's an opportunity there, then we're going to try and figure it out. Some loans are just, not able to get done at this time. That doesn't mean that you can't get it done later. It could be later on you might be ready, just might not be ready right now. And that's for a lot of people that's the case. You might, we can come up with a plan to help you to figure it out, so you will be ready in the future. So I think that's an important distinction to think about. Is you might not get approved right now, but if we come up with a plan in 6 months to get you there, and you do X, Y, and Z, then we can get it done. We can make it happen for you, and that's an important thing. So we have a lot of different programs. Like we do our FHA loan, where we go down to a 500 credit score. So you might not have the perfect credit, and you may need help with that, but you have a good income, you got money, you can buy a house. The credit may be messed up, or maybe you don't have money, but you got good credit. We also have zero down FHA. It'll be the opposite, right? Or let's say that you got a good credit score, but you're self-employed and you write off all your income because of your business expenses, and you can't get a full doc bank loan. We have no doc loans for self-employed. We're the self-employed expert. We have a lot of different self-employed programs to help you guys. So I'm just saying that there's a lot of opportunities that we can do to help you to get the funding, and that's the biggest takeaway. Don't give up. Don't think that you can't qualify or you can't get a loan. There are solutions. There are things that can happen to get it done, to get you pre-approved. I think once you know that, then you'll have faith and you'll believe that you could get it done. Like for another thing that's really popular right now is buying land and building your home, ground up construction. We offer ground up construction loans, one-time closed loans for primary residents and for investors. If you're an investor or home builder and you're trying to build your home on your land, we have construction loans and lines of credit for builders, and they're no documentation private loans that close in an LLC. So that's another wonderful opportunity. most banks don't like to make loans to builders and developers. We have those products, and we'll go up to 85% loan to cost. Interest rates are starting at 12%. It's a great program. It doesn't report to your personal credit, and no full doc. You can usually close in a few weeks, and we offer that nationwide. That's a really, really good program. Hey, Nova, do you have programs that assist in buying multifamily? Yes, of course. Yeah, there's a lot of different programs that we offer. We offer private money, like hard money. We have bridge. We have commercial. There's obviously agency loans. You've heard of Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. It depends on many different factors. Obviously, um, the situation with the sponsor or the borrower, and the situation with the property. Commercial loans, there's really two different underwrites. There's underwriting the property, that's a big thing, and then underwriting the sponsor or the borrower. But we definitely have it for sure. Yeah, it just depends on, you know, like I got a customer right now in Dallas. He bought a 24 unit in foreclosure, and it needed about 650,000. He bought it for 3 million, and it needed about 650 grand for rehab. So we had to give him a private money bridge loan, no doc, to be able to buy it, fix it up. All right. Now he's gotten a certificate of occupancy. He's in lease up, and he wants to refinance because they're obviously the rate's high. It's like at 13%. He wants to go to a low rate so he can lease it up. His plan is long term hold to keep it. The NOI is like 340K. It's got a 6% cap rate. How high does our net? We have no loan limit actually. We have no loan limit. Now commercial has a minimum of 500K, but there's no limit. There's no limit that we can go up to. But yeah, no loan limit. Um, but the minimum is 500K. Anyway, so this client that I was telling you about, the plan for him is to get him a long-term loan now. And to get like a Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac loan, he's going to have to lease it up to like 90% and get it pretty much fully occupied before he can get, a long-term loan on it. So it just depends on where you're at. So that's a good question though. Um, so yeah, there's a lot of different options that can be done with, multifamily. Multifamily is a great thing. It's a great income generator. I almost feel like in the last 5 years though, it's gotten heavily saturated. There's a lot of people in it. So you really, really have to be an expert. I think if you're gonna, make a lot of money in it. Um, I could be wrong. I don't, I do more stuff on the mortgage side. Um, I don't think there's anything wrong with multifamily. I just think that you got to know whatever you're doing, you got to be really good at it. And obviously, the players that have been in it for a long time, they've scaled probably massively. You know, so but another thing that's really hot right now is RV parks. Mobile home parks are really hot. Assisted living is very hot. I mean, there's a lot of things. I think that the biggest thing that whatever you do, what I always say is, obviously you got to be curious about it. You got to have an interest in it. I think that's important. You shouldn't just go after money, because when the going gets tough, you might, run out of gas mentally and physically if you're not interested in it. So I think that's a really important thing. Um, and then the other thing is that, um, being naturally interested in it, but then obviously being very good at it. Just going after stuff just because it's, the hot ticket right now. I don't think that's a good idea in my opinion. I think, you're gonna have to be really, really good at something if you want to monetize or monetize well. You might make a little money, but if you're not good at it, you're probably gonna lose money too and run into issues. That's why I think it's important to partner up with somebody or have a mentor that can help you to kind of show you the way so you are successful. That's my 2 cents on it. Another thing that we have too is ground up construction for multifamily. So if you own the land, we can give you a construction loan to build the apartment complex on there. That's a good thing to do. I think that's out of everything that we talked about. I think if you can find foreclosures or value adds or ground up construction multifamily, those are really good things because you're creating value, and when you create value, I think that's very very important. Like for example, that property that we did in Dallas, um, Nova, is it worth getting properties out of state? Uh, Getting a property, man, it depends, man. The numbers got to make sense. You know, if the numbers don't make sense and there's not enough NOI, then no. To hire a property manager, it's gonna have to be a pretty big deal. It can't just be, one unit. It could be, I guess, but I mean, it might not generate a lot of income, depending on what it is. You know, because they're gonna take 10 to 15% off the top, and then what's left for you after you pay the mortgage. That's the thing you got to think about, right? So I'm not against it. Obviously, I think you need a property manager, but I think it's predicated off the circumstances and the deal that you're in. So, but it's a good question. But yeah, ground up construction, value add, like we'll go up to 75% on ground up construction, multifamily. I think it's a really, really good product. And there's no maximum on the loan amount. But yeah, if you're trying to build your own primary home too, we also offer one-time close on our primary residence too. FHA, VA, USDA. Those are all really, really strong programs that, you know, if you're trying to build a house, if you own the land becomes your down payment. So if you're a veteran, you can get zero down, 100% financing. You can buy your land and go up to 1.5 million with no money down. The FHA loan is just, it goes up to the FHA loan limit, but you can buy the land and finance in the construction, and you only need 3.5% down. So those are really, really hot products. Um, Another really good program that we offer, if you're self-employed and you're trying to buy your home, we can go up to a $10 million home with no docs. You don't need tax returns. You don't need pay stubs or W-2. So if you're self-employed and we recently did a loan actually here in Houston. Nova Skits, what do you think about seller financing investment properties? Yeah, they can be good if you find a motivated seller that wants to get involved and they're going to help with paying the closing costs or finance some of the down payment. I think that's a good idea. They're hard to find, but yeah, if you find a motivated seller, I'd say go for it. I've done transactions like that before with motivated sellers, and they worked out. They're not. I mean, they're harder to find, but do you guys help with seller financing? Well, we can do a loan, us as the lender, with participation with the seller, but we don't have like a list of sellers that have properties. So we have brokers that we work with, and those brokers can help you to find those properties. But like, we don't. So like, we're the lender, so we make the loan, and that's like a first mortgage or whatever. The seller can participate and do another mortgage for you to help you out or pay closing costs. But like, we don't have a list of um, sellers or whatever. But now we can introduce you to our brokers, and our brokers can help you to find sellers that are motivated to finance properties, if that makes sense. Our business is lending, and then we have a network of all kinds of other businesses that are connected with it. So, and they have people they know sellers that do it. So they know sellers that um, maybe it would work with you. Yeah, I think that's very probable. And I think it's a good idea if you find a motivated seller. I mean, they can help participate with the closing costs, the down payment. There's a lot of things that they can do. So, so that's we have a lot of different programs. We also do. Um, we have developer loans. Yes, that gives you the funding to purchase the home or the land, and then do a ground up construction to build a property, whether it's apartment complex or a house. You can do it for the primary residence, the house that you live in, or you can do it for a development, whether it's many different homes or many different apartment complexes. So just depending on um, what you're looking to do. Another thing that we offer that I think that's really cool is lines of credit. So I think what you might see for the rest of this year, hopefully interest rates will go down and get better. Maybe by the end of the year, you might see rates drop, and that would be a good time to lock in. That's kind of the expectation. What the market is kind of saying that rates might go down. I really don't know what's going to happen. I'm surprised rates have stayed as high as they have been. Inflation's gotten better from last year. I think inflation last year was almost 5%. Now it's like 3.8 or something like that. So inflation's gotten better. So as that keeps going down, there's the propensity for rates to get cut, and then for those to go lower. Um, yes, you can have more than one loan at a time. You can have as many loans as commercial loans are underwritten off of the property, the cash flow. So as long as that property can sustain the payment, you can have infinite amount of properties, right? If the rent coming in is 4,000 a month and your payment's 3,000, well, you could do that all day long. So tell you what, though, it's the summertime. It's getting hot, huh? I'm about to go into that pool pretty soon. Gotta jump in that pool a little bit. It's getting hot out here in Texas, man. I don't know where you guys are at, but we're pushing the 90s. As we get into the summer, it's gonna be pushing the hundreds. Gotta get ready. So sure. What's your question, bud? Oh, okay. Yeah, Rhode Island. Yeah, you're far from Texas. A ways away, man. That's all good though. We lend everywhere. So I've been lending on the East Coast for a long time. But yeah, I mean, I think hopefully things will settle down. Market will pick back up. Rates will go down, and things will start to normalize. Hopefully next year is going to be a better year. We'll see what happens, right? That's kind of what my 2 cents are on what's going on in the market right now as far as the economy. Um, those are again, we're nationwide. We do commercial, residential, private lending, all different types of financing packages, working capital loans, SBA. If we can help you guys, let us know. We have a ton of different product that we do. So if you guys have questions, don't be strangers. Reach out. And then we have obviously everything on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. Um, you know, so what if you want to have questions, you want to reach, you can also call our. We're open 7 days a week. You can call or text our office 832-431-6331 if you have questions. Please reach out to us if we can help you. We have our videos that we produce. Our website is official Angelo Christian. You can look us up on Google, Angelo Christian Financial. You can check everything there. We've been lending for over 20 years, service thousands of people. So if we can help you guys, don't be a stranger, reach out. We want to help you in any way that we can. So appreciate all of you guys watching the show and the channel and all the questions tonight. Don't forget to subscribe, like that bell, enable notifications, share this with anyone that you know that can get value out of it. So if we can help you, reach out. Don't be a stranger. You know. No, but if you do seller financing, yeah, of course you can. If you're on the title and you do seller financing, if you're put on the title, you can refinance after a year, really 6 months to get the best terms a year. But you could technically do a no seasoning the next day. But for the best terms, at least a year, ideally a year. So no seasoning means that the next day when you go on title, you could cash out. So let's say you bought the property with owner financing today, and tomorrow you want to get a loan. You could do a hard money loan and cash out with no seasoning. You don't have to wait to be on title. Most lenders require at least 6 months to a year that you're on title before you can get a loan. That's 90% of the lenders out there. So we have products that have no seasoning though, and sometimes that best rates is a year or the best situation. Wait a year if you can. Sometimes you can't wait, but if you can, wait a year for sure. So, yeah, I appreciate all of you guys watching tonight. It's been great. We'll see you guys next week again. Call, text our office if we can help you. 832-431-633. And we appreciate all your help and your support. Yes, thank you, Nova. We'll see y'all next week. Take care. Peace out. Stay strong. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye bye.